Hey you guys, Ms.Terry here. How are you? I hope great. It is time for a quick Sunday check-in. I am back from vacation, so I am back to work. Listen, I'm gonna need a vacation from my vacation because turning up is not for me. Look what turn up got me. Turn up got me a trip to need a facial. So anyway, I'm done with the turn up. From now on, my vacations, I ain't going to Vegas no more. Nope. I'm not going to Vegas no more. But anyway, I'm really excited. I wanted to touch base with you guys real quick because happy August. Happy August. Now listen. August is going to go fast. August is going to be busy. August is going to be a hot month. So I wanted to jump on really quick because I am fully booked today from 12 to 7. But I did open up days on my calendar this week to get in people who might want to get a reading. Yeah, no pink Scorpio 11. I am not. Me and Vegas, we broke up. I can't. Yeah. I just can't. And in the summertime, it's too hot. But anyway, back to August. So listen, guys. August has a lot of great energy for it, but it also can have a lot of unexpected things happening too. So people could pop up from the past. It can be good things. It can be bad things. Like August can be all over the place, but it's going to go fast. It's going to be fast and busy. Before you know it, we're going to blink and it's going to be September. So I wanted to hit you with a couple of quick dates. The new moon is coming up on next Sunday, which is the same day as Lionsgate. And I'll explain that in a moment. But this is a great new moon for you to set some new intentions. Set some new stuff in motion. Set some things that you might not have thought you could do. Like now is like dream the impossible dream time because we're going to set that energy in motion. And that's the energy that we're going to surf through for the rest of December. So you want to make sure you have some stuff in place, right? Especially going into the fall. So one of the things about Lionsgate, which is August 8th, we're in Leo season. Happy Leo. Leos are really a great energy to be into. The thing that's making it weird is even though we're in Leo season, we're still influenced by heavy Aquarius energy. And Aquarius is very heady. You might have issues with sinuses. You might find yourself thinking a lot. You might feel yourself overwhelmed or overburdened or just mentally fatigued. It might make you want to feel cold. It might want to make you be detached. That's part of the Aquarius. So it's almost like happy sunny Leo colliding with somebody who's like very analytical. So you may not feel like yourself. That's why I'm on here giving you guys a heads up right quick because of the energy. So what we're going to do for the new moon is we're going to set some new intentions. I'm going to do new moon Reiki on Saturday night at 10. So you can sign up for that on the website. And with that Reiki, we're going to focus on creativity and we're going to focus on rest because I don't want people overburdened because it's like you'll miss part of it. If you're too fatigued and you're too going back and forth in your mind over the same things, you'll be a little bit overburdened. So I don't want people to be like that. So the intention for the Reiki on Saturday night is for rest, but it's also for creativity. It's also for personal power and confidence. So we're going to be working on the solar plexus chakra, which is the yellow chakra. I should have had a little picture of the chakras so you would know what I'm talking about. Actually, I do, sort of. So with Reiki, we're working on this chakra and we're working on this chakra. Creativity, lust, life, living in here, and then personal power and confidence. These are the chakras that we're setting the intention for when we do the new moon Reiki. It will help. It'll help you feel better. It'll help you get some rest. Back to Amy saying sinuses. Yes, sinus infection. I would say get some oregano oil. Also, what really helped me clear my sinuses when I got back from Vegas was elderberry. But I got this elderberry syrup that's made locally here. It's called Sweets, and it's really awesome. So that's what helped me clear my sinuses and help me with everything that I was coming down off of, because I swear to God, I was getting entombment while I was in Vegas. And I think it's because the energy is different. I'm gonna tell you something else. I swore I saw a UFO. I know I'm all over the place, but if you know me, you know how you gotta follow along. You gotta keep up. So we on the plane, right? And the pilot is having a hard time. Let me get my tissues because my sinus start draining. As soon as I start talking psychic stuff, my sinuses start draining. So we're on the plane, and the pilot is just going round and round and round and round and round, trying to land. So I know that the pilot is in training, right? And I know that he keep missing his window, because we'll get down low like we about to land, and then he'll go back up. Now, first he's blaming it on the weather. Then he's blaming it on another plane being stuck on the runway. Then he blamed it on two more things. And at that point, I was like, he is lying. I said, he is missing the window. So in my mind, I could see him trying to get it. So here I go. You know, Black women, we encourage everybody. So I'm on the plane, and I'm like, I'm talking to the pilot, right? I'm like, come on, you could do it. You could do it. Remember the simulator. You could do it. Get in the pocket. Get in the pocket. Come on, you got it. You got it. And I swear, on the last time he did it, and I was like, it's almost like I could see he's like this, right? So you ain't coming in right. So the tower is like, yo, go back and do it again, because you ain't coming in right, right? So I'm like, come on, you could do it. You could do it. You got this. Remember the training. Remember the Man, I was so dizzy by the time I got off of that thing. So I'm like, so anyway, in one of those scenarios while we was going around, I saw this object, and it was like really light, and then it like dropped down and did this like hover thing. So of course I'm like, listen, this is not my lane. I don't mess with the aliens. I know that y'all out here, but we don't have time for this right now, because I got to get off this plane. So I'm gonna need y'all to stay over there where y'all are, and I'm gonna need you to let him get in his pocket so we can land. I'm like, I don't care what else y'all doing. I don't care who getting abducted today. That is none of my business. My business is we got to get on the ground. So I'm all in the air, but I'm all like open psychically, like trying to like talk to the pilot. So anyway, I swear that because of the way I opened up, and we were already at like a high frequency, like time we touched down, my sinuses went crazy. And I was like, but it's what it is. So I couldn't even really turn up like I wanted to. But anyway, yes, you will have sinus pressure. You will feel very heady. Just try your best to get through it. Remember, self-care is important. I always tell people to stay on top of self-care, because if you get overwhelmed and you get bogged down, that's just going to trickle down to everything. I have some notes, so that's what I'm looking at. I don't want to forget anything. The way you can balance this Aquarius energy is to try to stay in your heart as much as possible. Even though we know we love Aquariuses with all our heart, Aquariuses can be jerks. They can be a little assholey. We love them, but they could be a little, Aquarius. So staying in your heart, compassion, being generous, being loving, being supportive, all that is going to balance that heady energy. Give something away, be nice, have a kind word, stay in the heart energy, show compassion, giving, allow yourself to be open, allow yourself, to be approachable. Just for the next couple weeks, you don't got to be like that forever. It's like share, because all of that enhances the connection and the connection to each other and to connection to people. So if you do that, that'll help you balance out that Aquarius, and you'll have way more fun with that Leo energy. Because remember, Leo is like the passion, the leadership, the fun, the moving forward, the joy, the sunshine. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second, because who knows? I can't with this whole nose thing. Anyway, you might also feel your third eye opening more, because back to the Lionsgate thing that I mentioned that happens on August 8th. Every year it's like we're raising in vibration. And what that means is it's like you got to grow. If you don't grow, you're going to miss like windows and opportunities. So each year we're growing in our humanity, compassion, stuff like that. So Lionsgate, that opens us up to higher timelines. That opens us up to higher frequencies. It opens us up to higher vibrations. It helps open the third eye, which is also why you might feel sinus stuff. So because that is coming in 8 days, if you're sensitive, you might already be beginning to feel that energy. But that is just to raise us up in consciousness, raise us up in vibration. There is, if you Google and look up vibrational frequency chart, or look up, let me see what it's called. It's a frequency chart. I'm gonna see if I think I have it right here. I think I have it right here. I'm gonna try to keep going, because like I said, I just tried to pop on quickly. Yeah, I only have a small little version of it. I only have a small little version of it. But each emotion, the way we feel, everything gets a number. You see, I don't know if y'all can read backwards or not, but anger is like 150. Peace is like 600. Love is 500. Guilt is 30. Shame is like 20. So if you think of things on a vibrational frequency, wherever you're vibrating, that's the level that you attract. So if you're like, why does bad stuff keep happening to me? You need to get off the frequency that you're on and get on to a higher frequency. That's the point. So when you vibrate low, bad stuff happens to you. When you vibrate high, better things happen to you. Now, life is still going to happen. You're still going to have your lessons, but the frequency you're at can make it better than terrible. Like for instance, let's say your car breaks down. If you ain't got no money and you broke as hell, that could be the worst thing in the world. But if you're at a frequency where you are vibrating good with money and you have the money to pay for it, it's bad, but it's not terrible. You just take care of it. That's an example. That's the whole point of it all, is helping people raise up. That's what I do. Like, that's what I'm here for. That's my purpose. I'm out of the closet. Whether I'm doing it with massage therapy, whether I'm doing it with Reiki, whether I'm doing it with a reading, that's what I'm here for. Like, if you need help with anything, I can typically point you in the right direction. If I can't help you, there's somebody who I know who can help you. That's what I'm here for. So with these energies coming in at the beginning of the month, and I am going to check back in with you guys, but like I said, this is my first day back at work. I wanted to try to get a quick video in before I start with my first client. So I just wanted to give you some heads ups. Let's see, energy for today. I already pulled 2 cards. First one I pulled was a new dawn. It says the worst is now behind you. Positive new experiences are on the horizon. But you only get a new dawn if you really let go of what's behind you. Like, you got to let it go. We can't be carrying burdens and heaviness. The next card we got is alchemy. Alchemy says you have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So like, if I literally said to you, hey, whatever you start now, it's going to be a gold mine. It's going to be a winner. What would you let yourself do? What would you let yourself start? What would you let yourself have? What would you let yourself experience? What would you let yourself be? How would you enjoy life? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Because sometimes it's not even a fear of failure. It's a fear of success. Sometimes people don't want to feel like they're leaving anybody behind. In a lot of communities, we have that don't do better than so-and-so, or don't get too big for your britches, or that fear of, you notice how when people get to the top, people start hating like crazy. Like all the people who hating on Jeff Bezos, don't hate on Jeff. Jeff started in the garage like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at Jeff. But sometimes people get resentful, but we all have same opportunities. Hey, if you're just joining, you're going to have to go back and look at this again. I will put the replay up. Let's see. What else do I want to tell you? You guys got any questions right quick? Try to stay in love this month. If you got any questions, you might want to put it in a little question box and I can see it. Because I don't know if my screen is stuck or not. Because y'all know, typically I have my moderator. But this was just a quick video. And of course, I have to get more consistency with it. The next card that I just pulled for you guys is Accept Heaven's Help. Which means a lot of y'all got angels and spirit guides who was sitting around not doing nothing. Because y'all won't talk to them. And y'all won't ask for help in a way that's not just begging. Like, angels, I need help with X, Y, and Z. I'm going to write it down for you so that you could help me with X, Y, and Z. And not only am I going to write it down, I am going to pay attention to the signs that I get so that I know when you're helping me. Okay, let's see. So Amy says, is the best way to reach spirit guides through meditation? Sometimes not. One way that I found, like if you're having a hard time connecting, I have a referral that I can give you to a woman. Her name is Jackie, and she does past life regressions. She does hypnosis. Sometimes being guided into hypnosis and learning about who you were in the past, and also feeling what it feels like to be in a particular altered state, that sometimes can help jumpstart your connection with your guides. Because sometimes if you're meditating, you can't get there by yourself, or you may not be able to recognize what it feels like. Another thing is, there are a lot of guided meditations on YouTube that you can connect with spirit guides. If you like the person's voice and if they resonate with you after you look at their stuff, do some guided meditations with somebody who's actually taking you through to meet your guides. A lot of times we're in our head a lot and we think it's going to be real complicated, but a lot of times it's very simple, very subtle. I tell people, typically your guides, their voice is going to be subtle, gentle. It's going to be like plain yogurt. They're going to be the ones that say, go back inside. Go back inside. Go back inside the house. You're going to go back inside the house and you're going to be like, what did I come back inside for? And then you're going to see that you left your pocketbook. So you're like, oh, I came back in because I left my pocketbook. Your guides are not the ones who are like, yeah, girl, let's go slash his tires because he got a girl over in the house right now. Like all that drama, that's not typically your guides. Sometimes that's just energy around that you can perceive that likes action. Okay? There is energy around that just likes action. There's energy that has not gone to the light. Sometimes we have relatives who cross over and they don't cross over. They stay real close. And sometimes they can get into the person. They're still in their personality. So sometimes they give advice from a place of they want to see some action because they like watching it on a Lifetime movie or whatever. So you do got to be careful about what voice you're hearing. If you are, I don't want to say just a Christian, but if you're Christian, even in the Bible, it says test the spirit, meaning you need to ask, who is it that I'm talking to? Who is this? Where do you belong? If you do not belong with me, go on about your business. If I have not given permission for you to talk to me, don't talk to me. I am only trying to connect with my higher self, my spirit guides, and my angels. Now, if you're trying to connect with a loved one, that's a totally different story. You can contact a medium, and a medium can help you connect to people you want to connect to. But that's not typically something that you'll just hear unless you have abilities that you don't know you have. You're sensitive to it and you can already automatically pick up on it. So it goes both ways, Amy. You just got to practice with it. And sometimes we don't trust our natural inclination of what we're hearing. You got to practice with it. So even if you want to test your guides, say, okay, guys, give me a sign today. I want somebody to buy me a free coffee, right? You go about your day. By the end of the day, somebody's like, oh, hey, we got extra coffee. Do you want it? At that time, you acknowledge that your guides helped you. You acknowledge that you heard them and they heard you. And then you guys can build that rapport. You know what I mean? So you do got to practice with it. Let's see. The school is fast approaching. What does it look like? School year. Oh, this year's school year? Let's see. Nice deep breath. I haven't tapped into school year, but I was curious about that myself because when I went out, I noticed that they started putting the back to school stuff out again like it's a regular year, and I was wondering how that was going to look. So let me check in and see if Spirit will give us an inclination of how the school year is going to look this year. How's the school year going to look? You know what? So I think that the school year is going to look as normal as you would expect it to, because people are ready to move on and go forward. So I feel like people are going to make every concession to make it work. Whereas before, why is Spirit like, before, I want to say people might have been buttholes. Now it feels like they're going to be more cooperative because we know what we came from. And sometimes, even though it was annoying, sometimes a lot of people were alone, and they realized that, going to school is better than being alone. So I feel like people are going to participate and cooperate more because they now have a contrast. And I feel like that's students and that's some, it's like, I want to say it's everybody. Everybody has a contrast now. So I feel like everybody's going to be much more willing to participate. Everybody's going to be much more willing to go forward. It feels like there's going to be a lot of innovation this year. There may still be times where things have to close, or things have to slow down, or things have to be postponed and stuff like that. But for the most part, people are really going to try to push through it and get through it. They're really ready to get to the next level, whatever that looks like. So the number one thing that Spirit is saying to me is that people will be more cooperative. Let's see. Okay, any other questions, guys, before I have to wrap it up? Let's see what else Spirit has for us. That was a great question about the schools. Let's see. One other thing to balance this energy from Aquarius, get into some happy memories, because again, I just reshuffled and the time to move on card comes up again. So it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. That's why I feel like it's also going to be a lot of innovation happening this year, a lot of ideas, a lot of ways to make things work, a lot of cooperation, because it's really that energy of something's got to give, something's got to give, something's got to give. So people are going to try to move forward and go in the right direction. Let's see what else. If you get in the right vibration, you will run into a lot of synchronicities. The card that just popped up says your prayers and your questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So this is like going with the flow. Like when something good happens, be like, ooh, yes, what else good can happen? So Spirit is saying we got to start looking for the good in stuff and not looking for the bad so much, because that energy can get so overwhelming. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to put the card up because y'all know how I feel about this way. Explore your options. Y'all know how I feel about this nose thing. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. So this card comes up at the end, but what did I say at the beginning? This is a time to set some new energy in motion, set some new intentions in motion. If you need help with your creativity, or if you feel like, I don't know what to do, I don't know. That's why Saturday night at 10 o'clock, I'm doing Reiki, and we're going to focus on creativity, and we're going to help open all that energy up for you, personal power and confidence, because some people don't even know where to begin. There might be a block in that chakra. Again, this area right here. This is your personal power and your creativity. If there's blocks, or if energy's not flowing like it should, you may not know what to do. So that's the whole point of that. You can book the Reiki on the website. Oh, guys, go over to my YouTube channel. You know why? Because I have 99 subscribers. So somebody is going to be my 100th subscriber. And it's probably going to happen today. How about it? 100 subscriber to my YouTube channel, Queen City Psychic. 2 more cards that came out is watch your thoughts. Like, we are lucky our thoughts don't manifest instantly. They're saying yet again, it's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. And then this next one is ready, set, go. So your angels and your guides are giving you the green light to go forward. It's time for us to get it. It's time to get it. It's time to get it. I've always liked the fall season anyway, but like I said, August is going to go fast. It's going to be hot. It's going to be busy. We cannot get caught up looking at all the things that are going wrong. We got to stay in our heart. We got to stay compassionate. We got to continue to help each other. We can't get caught up in the hype. As many bad things that are happening, we got to look at the good things too. I'm going to do the zodiacs, I hope, later today. But like I said, I'm really booked today. So it depends on how crazy my sessions get. Sometimes, child, people be crazy. So I will talk to you guys soon. I don't see any more questions. Last time I did forget Aries when I did the zodiac, so I'm going to try not to forget Aries. I'm going to actually go in order because when I skipped around, it's too easy to leave a sign out. Aries. But Aries is always first. Aries is always a leader. They could get left off sometime. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, you guys. So I will see you soon. Have an awesome rest of your weekend and sign up for Reiki. All right. Bye, guys.